In the original series, Goku took 177 days to reach King Kai's planet, which is roughly 6 months. Nappa and Vegeta made it to Earth early, about an 11-month trip give or take. But what if Goku made it to King Kai's planet sooner? How would that have changed the story? What changes would occur if any? Would this result in a better story or a much worse one? What's up everyone? I'm Anime Anonymous and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell to be notified the next time I upload a new video. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's get into it. So right after the Raditz fight, Goku's body vanishes and he's sent to other world by Kami to do some special training with King Kai. Initially, Goku had to get approval by King Yama and take Snake's way to get to King Kai. It took Goku some time to get to King Kai, from the distance, to Goku falling off the path and other obstacles. In this scenario, I'd like to remove some of those obstacles and give Goku the ability to make it to King Kai's planet in roughly 2 to 3 months, which would be half the time it took him. With that being said, Goku would meet King Kai sooner and begin his training. We can still have Nappa and Vegeta arrive in 11 months like normal, and Piccolo will still take Gohan to train, and the rest of the Z fighters will still have special training with Kami. In the original story, Goku could only use the Kaioken to about 2 before having horrible stress on his body. With the additional time, I'm sure he could use at least ×3 with ×4 starting to put stress on his body. And we can also assume he'll have a little more mastery of the Genki Dama. Because he made it to King Kai's planet earlier, we can also assume he'll be wished back to life on time too. If everything plays out, Goku with his newfound strength will arrive either early or on time to take on Nappa and Vegeta. With that being said, the battle is completely different. With Goku being there, Vegeta wouldn't waste time and tell Nappa to kill them all except Goku, as he wants to fight him. Also, I don't see the Saibaman being a threat this time, as Nappa would rush in to fight the Z fighters instead of giving himself back up. So let's see how each battle is fought. Nappa's power level is 4000 and he'll have to take on the entirety of the Z fighters alone, and while all of them aren't fatigued. This is a simple numbers game when it comes to this fight. Nappa may be stronger and faster, but the numbers will overwhelm him. And Piccolo most likely would finish off Nappa since he's the closest in strength to Nappa. As for the classic Goku and Vegeta fight, it would play out almost the same with a few notable differences. Vegeta's power level is 18,000 while Goku is a little above 8,000. As I stated earlier, Goku would gain better control of his Kaioken levels, with ×3 being achievable and ×4 adding some stress. If we do a simple multiplier on his 8,000 base, a ×3 Kaioken would put him around 24,000 for a short period of time, which would be high enough to land a finishing blow. And if that's not good enough, he can add a little stress to his body to amp it up to ×4, which would be an overkill at 32,000. Goku, being a pacifist, wouldn't kill Vegeta but instead let him go in hopes of fighting him again. So to wrap up the Saiyan saga, all the Z fighters are alive and Vegeta retreats like the original story. But there are some things we still need to cover. With the Z fighters alive in this story, there's no need to go to Namek. And since Yamcha is alive, he and Bulma will most likely get a bit closer than before. Piccolo may still soften up due to Gohan's influence, meaning no more world domination. Goku would consider training Gohan, with Piccolo being more of a friendly rival. And Tien and Chaozu will just do whatever it is they usually do. Now let's check out the story in space and check in with Vegeta. The story with him unfolds like normal, with him going into recovery and finding out that Frieza is on Namek looking for the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. Vegeta would still head to Namek and kill Kui, Dodoria, the Namek ants in that village, and Sarband. But Vegeta's story ends when Frieza calls the Ginyu Force. Raikkoum would still fight Vegeta and he won't survive the battle this time. After Vegeta's death, Frieza would locate the last Dragon Ball and wipe out all of the Namek ants, including the Elder Guru. Doing that would turn the Dragon Balls to stone and make them useless. In the original story, Frieza got the information on the Dragon Balls from the Scouters in both Raditz and Vegeta's time on Earth. Most likely he'll go to Earth to find the Dragon Balls, and when he does it's game over for the Z fighters. No one would be strong enough to handle the Ginyu Force or Frieza. If anyone kills Piccolo or Kami, Earth's Dragon Balls are going to turn into stone. And since Frieza and his men don't know that they'll lose the Dragon Balls again when either one of the two dies. Unfortunately, this story would end horribly with many casualties and 2 planets being wiped out of existence. Need more proof? Let me explain what would happen next. Since the events unfolded the way they did, and we can assume Frieza would get upset and either conquer Earth, meaning no Dr. Gero to create 17 or 18 and create Cell in his underground bunker lab. Or Frieza would blow up the planet. Again, that would be no Gero, 17 and 18, or Cell. And since Earth is gone and there aren't any powerful fighters in the universe powerful enough to awaken Buu, we would lose out on all of that as well. With the Saiyans being no more, the Super Saiyan God in Beerus's dream would just be a dream, and he would destroy a few planets and go back to sleep. So no battle of gods, no ritual to unlock a new power, nothing. Frieza is alive and a little grumpy, so no resurrection or revenge arc is happening. Maybe he'll try and find more Dragon Balls unless Beerus stays true to his word and destroys him. Champa would still come to visit Beerus and show him his universe has better food. With no Earth, Beerus would concede and lose. Champa would still look for the Super Dragon Balls as well, but how much time would he have to use them? Since the Universe 6 tournament did not air on GodTube and he did not spar with Goku, Zamasu won't harbor as much hate for mortals and won't try and purge the world with his special form of justice. This also means we don't get Goku Black, and Trunks would live peacefully in his timeline. With Goku gone, the Omni King never finds a friend and he becomes increasingly bored over time and would most likely go forward in erasing the low-ranking mortal universes. Meaning no Tournament of Power and no Ultra Instinct. Dragon Ball would only have 4 universes left, and since Broly was in Universe 7 he would be gone too. And I didn't forget about my manga only fans, this also means no Maro, Granola, or Gas. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. What's up guys, that was a pretty dark one. Let's hope the next one has a little more hope in it with a far better ending. I'll try to get more of this kind of content out there for you all, and I'll see if we can talk about other anime on the channel like Naruto, Attack on Titan, Death Note, and much more. If you have a specific anime you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments and I'll try and get to it as soon as I can. Other than that, thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel and turning notifications on to be notified for the next video. Until we meet again my friends. Anime Anonymous signing out.